Hi everyone, it's Christmas time. That means it's fruitcake time. And if you don't eat eggs, that doesn't mean that you can't make a beautiful, delicious, moist fruitcake. That's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. So let's get started. But wait, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to press the subscribe button so I can send you exciting recipes every week. Alright, let's get started.
We are going to start by infusing some orange flavor in our dried fruits. For this, take half a cup of orange juice and to that add half a cup of water. If you have a lot of orange juice, use 1 cup of orange juice. You don't have to dilute it with water. To this, we are going to add a quarter cup of 40 grams of golden raisins, the same amount of dark raisins, 5 to 6 roughly chopped pitted dates, a quarter cup of 40 grams of dried apricots, and 1 whole cup of tutti frutti. Don't we like tutti frutti in our fruit cakes? At least in India, yes we do. And 1 teaspoon of orange zest for some nice bright orange flavor. Set that pan on medium heat and we are going to stir this for approximately 5 minutes or till all the orange juice is soaked up by those dried fruits. By the way, if you don't have orange juice at home, you can totally use grape juice. That tastes wonderful as well.
Also, instead of boiling the dry fruits, you can also just pour 1 cup of orange juice or grape juice on your dried fruits, close the box and leave it to soak overnight, and that works totally fine as well.
Now you can see that the amount of juice is reducing rapidly and you can see that the raisins have plumped up a bit. So all done, let's turn off the heat and set that aside to cool down. And now would be a good time to preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. For the nuts, I'm using half a cup of roughly chopped cashew nuts and half a cup of roughly chopped almonds. And we are going to coat the nuts with half a tablespoon of all-purpose flour so that they don't sink to the bottom of the cake. For the dry ingredients, we are going to use 1.5 cups or 180 grams of all-purpose flour, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon or 1.5 grams of baking soda, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, a quarter teaspoon of clove powder, a quarter teaspoon of ginger powder, and a good amount like half a teaspoon of nutmeg powder. I like the dominating flavors in fruit cakes to come from cinnamon and nutmeg, but you can totally switch up the spices and also use more or less as per your taste. Okay, so let's get our cake pan ready. I'm using a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan that I'm going to grease with oil. Make sure to also apply oil on the sides of the cake tin. Make sure to completely cover the cake pan with parchment paper because this cake bakes for a long time and we don't want it to touch the sides and burn. For the wet ingredients, add half a cup or 1 stick of butter to a big bowl. It can be salted or unsalted butter and make sure that it's softened to room temperature. To that, add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, and that is the secret to make your cake nice and moist. To this, we are going to add 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar. The molasses in dark brown sugar gives this cake a wonderful caramel-like flavor and also adds a beautiful brown color. If you don't have dark brown sugar, you can replace that with powdered jaggery. Creaming the sugar and the butter should not take more than 45 seconds to a minute. Make sure to scrape the bowl from time to time so everything is creamed uniformly. All done. And to that, we are going to add 1 cup of plain unsweetened yogurt, but make sure that the yogurt is at room temperature. Also add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and start mixing. You don't really need an electric beater for this step, so before my kitchen counter is covered in yogurt, because this bowl is not deep enough, I'm going to switch to a hand whisk and finish up. That's it, good, all done. Let's add in all our dry ingredients that we had mixed and set aside. We will fold in the dry ingredients along with the wet ingredients and we will combine them just till you don't see any large flour pockets anymore. Don't over mix here because we don't want a lot of gluten forming. Next, we are going to add in the chopped nuts that we had coated with the dry flour, and we are also going to add in our orange infused dried fruits that should have cooled down by now. And we'll save a little bit of those fruits for topping the cake. Now let's fold all these yummy ingredients together. Can you tell how wonderfully fruity and rich this cake is gonna be? Okay, all done, and now it's time to pour in the cake batter into, well, not pour in, we are going to scoop in the cake batter into the cake pan. This is a dense batter, it's not going to flow and spread and even itself out. You will have to press it down and make sure it fills the cake pan evenly. I'm adding some extra cashew nuts to the cake topping, just so it looks nice. Mix that in and spread it out evenly. We are going to press down the fruits gently, and then from top I'm adding some fresh tutti frutti to give it that pop of color, just like Christmas lights. And yay, it's time to bake the cake. Fruit cakes are dense cakes, so they are baked for a long time at a lower temperature, like this is at 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius, so that the cake is completely cooked through.
So when the cake is baked halfway through, like around 45 minutes, just gently cover the cake with a tin foil so that the beautiful color of the topping is preserved.
You will know when your cake is ready when your kitchen smells of Christmas time and a toothpick inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean. Okay, it's all cooled down and now let's take a look at our cake. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's perfectly baked, and let's cut some slices. They are studded with fruits and nuts and it's moist and delicious, guys.
So that's all for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, do share it with your friends, and all of you have a wonderful Christmas. If you're on any of these different social media sites, I would love it if you follow me. And if you like written recipes, I have a blog that's easy. It's called noopursindiankitchen.com, and you'll find everything that I post over there. So don't forget to subscribe and see you next week. Bye-bye.